So I'm going to go ahead and do my schoolwork live this evening, and we'll do the grocery bill option two. I'll probably do the first one as well, but certainly we'll do option two um, here and now. And just going to capture the requirements for this particular program that are listed here. All right, so should be ready to start a little bit of programming here. Um, I'm not the strongest in Java, but I can do a little something, I suppose. Let me see. So right here, going to simply just print out just some simple effect. I just like to see this little header here, give it some space. Please enter your coupon amount. I'm going to ask the user to enter amount between 0.10 and 0.99. From here, I'm going to capture that number as a double because it's going to be a number after the zero is what we have to capture per the instructions. And then once we capture that number, I'm just going to create a little function here that can take the number and convert it so that the user doesn't have to try to figure it out. We're going to do the calculation on the back end. So if I enter in 0.10, we know that's 10%. If I enter in 0.50, we know that's 50%. So I'm going to create a little small function here so that the user doesn't have, so that we can do that calculation for the user. And it'll be a better experience and part of how the program should work. But I'll do that in a second because I think the way I want to do this is I want to base it on, well, I think I need to capture the amount first so that so that this function, I can get the most out of this function. So let me move on to the next step in this, and then I'll come back to it. Let's see. So here, just created an array that's going to be named weekly grocery amount, and it will be a double. And I want to hold 4 items within this array. So the next thing I'm going to do, and I probably could have done this as a function too, now that I think about it, but I'm not going to overcomplicate this too much. But the next thing I'm going to do is ask the user for the amounts, and I'm going to use a for loop so that I can ask the question 4 times and capture their amounts each time that I ask. So, and right here, 1 through 4 weeks of the grocery bill. So just going to create a simple for loop. For I plus plus. Yeah, if I put an I there. And inside of this loop, the first thing I want to do, or what I want to do first, is ask the question. So we'll ask user for grocery amount. Please enter your week. And right here, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to insert the um, the I variable in my sentence so that it shows the user the week that they are entering the grocery amount for. So right here, we'll do please enter your week. And I want it to show a one, but we know we set the counter to 0. So what we'll do is we'll do the plus mark, and then right here we'll do parentheses I plus 1. That way, the first number that it shows is 1 and not 0. And then we'll come back and do that. Please enter your week 1 grocery amount, grocery total, grocery total. And then from here, we want to add the user input into this array. So we'll do weekly grocery amount, and we'll do I because we want to start with the first index, which would be 0. And then we want to put this equal to scan.next double. And then from here, what it'll do is it'll ask the question 4 times, or excuse me, it'll ask the question once, incrementing up to 4 times until the array right here is filled. So just to make sure everything is working properly, we're going to go ahead and run our program. Boom. So we see here, welcome to the grocery calculator. Please enter your coupon amount. So we'll say we got a 20% discount. Oops. 0.20. Please enter your week. Ooh, so that doesn't look real good. So what we'll do there is we'll go ahead and add some spacing here and add some here so that this is spaced out. Please enter your week 1 grocery total. So we'll say 100, 20, 30, 30, 44, let's say 100.9. Okay, so it captured it 4 times as we desired. So the next thing that we will do is we will calculate the monthly total and weekly average. Okay. And the way we'll go about doing this is with some functions here. Here we'll go total plus equals weekly total, week total, not weekly total. And we want to return total. Okay, so just to kind of talk through what we have here, we just created a separate function or method that will take in an array of doubles. And within that array of doubles, it will loop through each item within the array. And we created another variable that will hold a double. And within it, we want to loop through the items in this array and we want to add them up, and we want that to equal total. And from here, we just want to return the total. So the next piece within our program would be to, and I probably should test this out, but I'm just going to go ahead and continue to write it before I test it, and then we'll just kind of test it as we go. So the next thing is display weekly average and monthly total. And we'll do that right here by, let's see. Well, I'll tell you what, before we go there, let's add a little bit of styling because we'll do that. And then we'll do a system.out, and I'll go just to give it a little visual. And then right here we'll go system print line, and we want to call weekly total with double. We want to do what we want to do is your monthly total, is, and we want to go weekly total, and what we want to pass in is the weekly grocery amount. And let's just make sure that this works before we do the average. Let's go with Java. We'll go, oh no, first was this. We'll go 22. We'll go 100. We'll go 150.87. Let's go 123.45. 222. So we see that, okay, so this looks a lot better. We'll remove this space. That's too much space. And your monthly total is $700 and 31, well, I guess technically 32 cents. So, okay, so we know that portion works. So to clean this up a little bit, I brought in the decimal format so that it looks like this. So what we'll do is we'll just add in the decimal format feature here. And the way you do it is, and I guess I could have probably captured the docs on this too, but just go df.format, and you'll just wrap what you want formatted around in the parentheses. And we can test that really quick just to make sure it works. Mm-hmm. 21, 100, 65, 89, 44, 2, boom. And it gave us the total. It's that 165, 144. So that is 219, no, 209, excuse me, and 34, 243.89. Yep, that's it. All right. So next, to get the weekly average, all I'm gonna do is just divide this total by 4. So here I'm gonna print out, it's not a print line, your weekly average is, and then right here we'll do, we can just copy this. No, we need to do, let me do this the right way. Weekly total, weekly groceries divided by 2, and then we can do the format, df.format. There we go. And then now let's just confirm it. Probably should I probably should start practicing with the debugger more, and maybe even go over to what is it, NetBeans, I think it is. There's another IDE that's probably a little more efficient when coding with Java. I just like VS Code. So right now, yep, your monthly total is 246.56. Your weekly average is 123.28. Okay, so the only other thing left to do is to calculate to take the totals and deduct the coupon discounted amount, which we know in the program um, we ask the user for that amount up front. So we'll build another method to capture this. So we'll go with public static double coupon discount. Let's spell coupon COUP. There we go. Discount. Mhm. And this is going to take in a double. And the first argument will let be the coupon amount. So we'll just call it coupon. We can just call it coupon. And then the the second argument we'll take in will be the weekly total. So we'll just call this weekly total. And then what this will do inside of this method or this function is we're going to take the coupon amount and deduct that percent from the overall monthly total. And then that way the user can see how much their grocery bill was before discount and after discount. And we'll also show the weekly average as well too. So um, the first thing we'll do with this, oh, well, now that I think about it, you gotta do, let me see, this says ensure the value is at least 10% if the value exceeds 100% or less than zero. So basically, we'll put in a if statement. Well, first, let me create my return variable. So we'll just call this total, and we'll set it equal to 0.0. Sorry about that. Had to check my door. So right here, the first thing we need to do is it says that if it is, so make it at least 10% if the value is over 100 or less than zero. So we'll say if coupon, because that's the value, if it is greater than 100 or it is, or if coupon, excuse me, is less than zero, then we're going to say coupon equals, we're going to do this as 0.10. That's 10%. Okay. All right. So then the next thing we want to do is right here, we want to create our total. And the way we're going to get the total is we're going to take the weekly average. Well, first we'll need to take the coupon amount and we'll need to multiply that by the weekly total. So let me just make sure that makes sense. Do I have a calculator handy on here? So if my total was 100 and my percent is 10%, so we'll call it 0.10. That should be $10. So then we want to take this $10 and deduct it from the weekly total. So what we'll do is we'll go weekly total minus weekly total times coupon. And then that should give us what we're looking for. Let me see, make sure I'm not going crazy. Yeah, that should be it. The weekly total. So let me just try to test this out and see what we get. Hold on 1 second. Let's go. This is not a print line. Let's go coupon with coupon discount. Coupon discount. And we want it to take in coupon. And in the second argument, we want it to take in the weekly total, which is this weekly total of this grocery amount. So let's just see what this comes up to. And we'll keep the numbers simple just to make sure our math is correct. So we'll go 10%. We'll go 100, 200, 300, 400. And 10% of 400 is 40. Yep. And it deducted $40. Okay, so good. So it works. So then now all we'll need to do is show that discounted amount as a weekly total and add the monthly total. Well, excuse me, weekly average and monthly total. So let's jump on that now. Ooh, we definitely know that that total isn't right. So we must have a, I'm gonna close these out, it's gonna annoy me. So let's arrow it down here. Let's see. Let's see. For a refund, right? They probably ain't gonna give you that. Try though, for sure. Huh? Shh. No. Don't worry about it. I think we have it. Sorry about that. But basically, what we did was we added in. Well, we I think I may have just entered in the wrong coupon number and thought I messed up the entire code, but it happens. But basically, and this could have probably been assigned to another variable, so it's not such a long run on function. But I'll continue to work and streamline my code. But to kind of talk you through what we have here, just as a quick recap, we have the coupon discount where it's taking in the coupon percent per the instructions and also asking for the weekly total. And then what it is doing is confirming that the amount is within um, 100 to a positive number. And then from there, it's going to give the weekly total. It's going to give the monthly total minus the discount. And again, right here, just printed it out, formatted it based on this particular pattern, and just printed out the weekly amount and then divided it by 4 to give us the weekly average. So nothing too complicated, some easy class practice work, but nevertheless, got it done. So I am going to take a quick break and then I will be back to do the second portion of classwork. All right, so I decided to go ahead and jump into the second problem, which is basically something somewhat similar, I guess. Just want to know this is greater than, income greater than. I think this the whole point of this is just getting me comfortable with working with decimals and controlling what it returns back to the user. So shouldn't be too difficult of a challenge. Income greater than equal 25 is 30%. So just a quick, simple tax withholding calculator. Could do a switch statement here, but I'll probably just do a regular little if statement with a bunch of if else statements and be done with it. So here we go. All right, looks like this one should be pretty good to go. Not a lot to it, and I should have added in comments to kind of walk through it. But basically, just did a simple question to the user. Put in a variable that's going to be a double. Going to capture the user input. Going to determine the tax amount based on the weekly salary that was entered. Again, these could have just been an easy switch statement, and I might clean it up and do a switch statement, but I got a little more work to do. But nevertheless, from there, excuse me, the program wanted to know the weekly average tax we withholding and not necessarily what I would take home. So I had to think through how do you remove, how do I give it what it's looking for, and it's basically just it's the amount because I did it as a decimal. It's the amount times the income. That's the actual withholding. So just did a simple system that out of print line showing the withholdings that from this variable that we created here. Um, and that should pretty much cover the the Java classwork I had to do today. So I'm thinking I may go back and revisit the full stack EJS that I worked on for a little bit yesterday. And kind of got pressed for time and got stuck on a simple got stuck on a simple um, edit requests that I couldn't get to the back end. I think I'm gonna, and I didn't have I didn't realize or didn't study up on the styling for EJS and its new layout. So I just need to go back and redo that front end. So I think I may work on that a little bit later on tonight after I go through a little more of this classwork. But nevertheless, that's it for today. Peace.